What's good? What's good? What's good? This is what we looking at today, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Don Bucks, host of Creative Rap and Dough, Home of Money Conversations. But this is Cheef in Chart. Y'all know how I'm coming. I know how I'm coming. So I'm thinking about doing this live trading when I'm trading for people to get a chance to see what I see, so they can tighten up on their trading skills, right? So here we are looking at Google on the hourly. So what does it say on the daily? What's going on the daily? Google been on a tear, right? We have the MACD, which is going nuts. The MACD is at a new high. And you know, we look for momentum divergences. Momentum divergence is upwards momentum above the zero line, right? Because that's positive. Anything above the zero line is positive. The blue line is the signal line. It's above the signal line is above the other line. So that's positive. And here we are. So let's see, these blue lines here are support and resistance from the hourly. So disregard them. But it looks like it had to come out of the Bollinger Bands. This blue line, this wiggly blue line on the top and bottom of the price bars is the Bollinger Bands. Anything outside of it has to come back in, either on the bottom or on the top. So at the top, you see it went outside and had to come back in. So we're sitting inside now. All right. Let's go to the daily, which is my trading time frame. Now, this is what we got going on. See those levels? So it broke resistance, it broke support, and now it's sitting on another support. Now, remember from previous videos that the older time frame holds more precedence than the shorter time frame. So what's going on the daily holds more weight than the hourly, right? So I looked at what the daily is doing, and the daily has a new high on the MACD, right? So anything that's going on in regards to price going in the opposite direction on the lower time frame is short-lived. It's valid, but it's short-lived. So being that this is down and the daily says it should be going up, this is where you want to be. You want to look for an entry point. You want to look for an entry point on the up, going to the upside, because that's what the daily says is the trend at the moment. So this is why I'm in Google. I was in it yesterday looking for 131, because on the daily, that's the next level up. Let's look at it. If we shrink this, then what? Shrink it. Here we go. So let me draw this line here. See, the next level up is here, 130. So that's what we're looking for. You see where price went up and stopped? That's the next level up. Dig. So where are we? We're sitting on a support. All right, so the next level up, if 124, if this holds, that's where we're up in this area, is what I'm shooting for. If this doesn't hold, I'm getting out, because the next level down is 122. So that's what we're looking for on this chart here. We're looking for it to hold right here, 124.75. If it doesn't, I'm out of it. That's how we plan. So I'm gonna sit here, and this is the waiting game. It's only 9:45. All right. That's the waiting game that we playing. Do this for an hour or two a day. Be good. And this is the work, y'all. Ain't much work, but this is the work. Another thing I wanted to show y'all was quant data, how I even seen Google. So this is real-time options flow. This, they got 120 call. See what I'm saying? I get to see. Ooh, look at these Teslas. All Tesla call. Look at all these Tesla calls. Wouldn't be a bad idea if you take Tesla to the chart after seeing all of this options flow. Look at this. All at one time. Look at this. Tesla going nuts. Look, Wales. Wales bought $96 million worth of Tesla. Unreal. Looks like 190 strike price. Looking good. Look at all this Tesla. Like nothing but Tesla came through today. What the hell? Bruh. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is why you need a tool like this, because you get a chance to see where the money is going. And it looks like a lot of money. As y'all can see, look, this is what they put in: 30,000, 34,000, 126,000, 63, 432,000. And it's mad of them. This is an example of how much money is flowing through the stock market on a daily basis. And this is just one stock. This is just one stock. Tesla. They on Tesla ass. Let me see about that Tesla. How much is that? Contracts. Yep, it done hit. It done hit. Look at the chart. Let's look at the Tesla chart. Yeah, it done hit resistance now. See, if you'd have caught that at 9:30, you know what I'm saying? Probably would have been able to get some of that, because it got a new high. It just went over the zero line, so that's positive, right? Let's see what the hourly look like. So yesterday, or yeah, yesterday would have been the day to do it at 185, because this morning it shot up first thing. So what I would do is wait for a pullback, because it's already at a resistance level. See that? Already at a resistance level. So I wouldn't be looking for that right now. I'll be looking for puts, if anything. But if it does go past that, I'll wait for the pullback and then take it to the next level, which would be 192. Yeah. So I will wait right now. I wouldn't get into that. So that's the thing. You can't just blindly take these plays. You see it all coming through, but not blindly. You had to. I would take it to the chart, and then look like it wants to break this resistance. But I will wait for it to pull back first. Once it crosses above it, I'll wait for it to sit on it with a red bar, because then that will create a momentum divergence. All right. And it's not outside of the band yet. It's touching it. It's not outside of it. But this is a lot of volume going into that resistance. So I will wait. I will wait until it crosses and then pulls back. You dig? When it crosses and then a red bar sits on top of it, that's what I mean. Cross and it sits on there and it doesn't break below, it sits there, that creates a momentum divergence. And that's where you want to get in on the red bar. But not right now, because it's at resistance. Hope that makes sense. And try to make this shit simple, yo. Try to make it simple. But back to Google, what we in. Looks like it's holding. Looks like it's holding. And that's what we want. We want it to hold. Dig. Want it to hold. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, because we got time on the contract. We got time on the contract. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully that made some sense. On the daily, on the hourly, yeah, this is, we should expect some pullback, because the MACD, as y'all see, has crossed down, but it's still above the zero line. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got here. We need this to hold. On hold, we out. Where's the pivot? I think our pivot is pivot is another word for support. $123.75 actually. 123.75 is actually our pivot. 23.75. That's really our pivot. So, but this is a minor joint right here. We want to look for the significant joints, but this is one nonetheless. You know what I mean? But the more significant one is 123.75. But I believe it's going to hold right here. I believe it's going to hold. Because we're not the only ones looking at this. I saw about that yesterday. Everyone who's trading this stock is looking at the same time frames we're looking at. So if I'm looking at Google hourly or the daily, there's thousands of other people looking at the same chart, making different decisions. But there's an agreement, there's a psychology behind all of this stuff. It's like everyone sees the same thing. So it's like a they call it self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I'm saying? It may not make any sense, but if everybody is thinking the same thing, that's why stuff happens the way it happens. It's like we all drew the same support and resistance. Like most of us drew the same support and resistance. Right? So we're going to obey what we see, all of us. So if thousands of people are obeying support line, like, okay, this is where I'm gonna buy, or this is where I'm gonna sell. That's what moves the market. Thousands of people making decisions and looking at the same thing. We're all looking at the same thing, but everybody's making different decisions based off what they see. But there's a general consensus of support and resistance lines, which make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, okay, we have a support line and a boundary band right here. So it's like most people are buying at the boundary band. A lot of people are buying at the boundary band on this particular time frame. A lot of people are buying at this support. You know, but nonetheless, there's thousands of people making decisions looking at the same chart. So hopefully that holds. Like I said, this is not financial advice, but this is what I see. I'm in the 130 call for 10 days. If anyone wanted to know. I'm not holding it for 10 days, I'm holding it for 5 days max. This is day one. So I'm looking for this to hold and bounce to at least 128. But 130 is my target. 130 area in here somewhere is my target. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next live trading Cheef and Chart session. Peace.